KPIs types, the balance, and we have so many different types. We're gonna go over them as a list, and later on we will see example for each. Lagging and leading, where lagging is at the end of the process, like net profit, and leading is throughout the year. It will lead you to make a decision and to help you out manage, for example, number of customers you have, or how much revenue you're getting on a daily basis. Strategic KPIs versus operational. Strategic are usually at the top of the organization for the CEO, for the VPs, and the second level of the organization, such as percentage of market share. Meanwhile, operational, we see them a lot inside the organization, from level 2 all the way down to the employees, such as number of minutes it takes to produce one product. Effectiveness and efficiency is also not easy to understand sometimes, but effectiveness is doing things. Efficiency is doing the same thing in much less time, effort, resources, such as building 2 houses within 1 year. I could be effective, but then I might spend a lot of money on building these 2 houses, and this is why efficiency come to clarify things with another KPI like cost per built house, total cost per built house. Quantitative versus qualitative. Of course, we need both. Quantitative is related to a number. Qualitative, like we saw early on, this nurse is asking this poor man about the level of pain, as an example. Short term versus long term, where we have KPIs dealing with immediate service for the client, or within 1 year, for example, we need to produce 5 different new products. However, in the long term, here we're talking about 5-6 years in the future, where we are seeking to go to different markets or different countries. Financial versus non-financial, it's very easy to understand the difference. If it's financial, it's dealing with dollars, not only as a unit, but also they exist inside the formula. The non-financial KPIs related to employees, internal processes, and client, for example, or customer. Business and project based. Business as usual KPIs exist everywhere in the organization. However, project based are related to a certain initiative or a project or a milestone, where all these KPI will finish and end by the end of the project, such as percentage of completion of this project, percentage of budget variance of this project. Output and outcome, mainly used in government, where the ministry, for example, KPI focus on output of education, such as number of passed student at the end of the year. Outcome could be for the government, Ministry of Education still, is how much effectiveness we have productivity wise for all the employees in the marketplace. We're still gonna be comparing all these types. This is based on one article that I published in the European magazine called Performance many years back, where we compare these types from a maturity viewpoint. So as you can see, at the beginning of the journey, and here we're talking performance journey, organizations focus more on lagging versus leading. So they track things at the end of the year. Meanwhile, with more maturity, we will see more KPI doing on the leading side, helping the decision making throughout the year. Strategic versus operational as well. The more mature you are, the more you have KPI at the operational level. Same thing for the effectiveness and efficiency. More effective and mature organization, the majority of their KPIs are based on efficiency. Even though at the beginning they will focus on effectiveness, like building things, doing things. Later on they get bored with this and they said, okay, let's now focus on doing the same thing in much better way, cost, less time, and so forth. Also, qualitative used to be at the beginning of the journey where they just do surveys. However, over time they discovered it's not as precise as quantitative. This is why they would put more KPI on the quantitative side. At the beginning, also a few years back, corporation used to have a very short-term view of their strategy, usually 1 year, and now they're focusing more on 5 years, 3 years, with a lot of KPI moving forward in the future. Also, in the past, the most popular KPIs were financials, profit, net profit, uh, revenues. But nowadays, with good management, balanced scorecard, in this case, we will be talking about more on balanced scorecard, is tackling more than financial, like customer related KPIs, processes KPIs, and then people KPIs. Project based used to be the way of tracking KPIs, but now we were seeing a lot of businesses, they have tons of KPIs related to their business as usual. Output also, it used to be the focus of every ministry or every big corporation. However, now we have to even focus more about what is the outcome, the long term, like percentage of diabetes within our population. Not only, if they are getting sick immediately or not. So these kind of comparison between this set on the left versus on the right to understand where are we in this journey maturity wise.